My mother sold my soul to the devil. Yes, it's almost as crazy as the title sounds. My mother is what they call a sexist. All she wanted were sons. She lived and breathed to have another son. Naturally, when my older brother was born, she was very happy. 3 years later, she begged my father to have another child. When she discovered we were twins, she got excited about having 3 children. Then my brother and I were born, and she saw that I was a girl. She was desperate. I was always the child she liked the least, and she never tried to hide it. While she named my brothers Anthony and David, which mean invaluable and beloved, respectively, she named me Lilith, which means night monster. While my brothers and my father tried to soften this blow by calling me Lily, she insisted that everyone call me Lilith so I could feel the disappointment she felt the day I was born. She and my father did not stay married. Unfortunately, she signed over full custody when Anthony was 5 years old and David and I were 2. Things only got worse from there. If she took Anthony and David out to eat or see a movie, I had to stay home. She spent all her time playing sports with my brothers and wouldn't let me participate, even though I, being a girl, showed genuine interest in what she was doing with my brothers. When I was 4 years old, my mother had cancer, and from what I saw, it was terminal. This is where the title of this story comes in. Yes, she made a deal with Satan. 15 more years of life if she sold the soul of one of her children. And to my great surprise, she chose me. So, when I die, I will go to hell, no matter how much I sin or pray. The first time I remember something happening to me was about a month after my mother made that deal. I was in my small, narrow room trying to sleep on a bed I had outgrown years ago, while my brothers and mother watched a movie downstairs, when I heard something in my closet. It was pale, with sunken eyes and skinny, and a very wide mouth. Its long, dirty fingers surrounded the door of my closet. There was no doubt that thing was a demon. Immediately, I cried out for my mother, who came upstairs and beat me for interrupting her movie night with her children. After that, she called me a girl for crying and locked me in the room. While I cried all night, the demon simply watched me from the closet, motionless. Having demons watch me became quite normal from then on. Sometimes it was the pale, skinny thing in my closet, other times a dark figure floating above my bed. And, on bad nights, a figure with horns and glowing red eyes would mock me from the window. After a while, I stopped being afraid of them. One night, when I was 9 years old, the skinny creature was back in my closet, watching me as I read. It started making a very strange noise, to which I remained silent. Then, it did something it had never done before. Although it occasionally put its hand around the ajar door, it had never come out of my closet until that night. In a swift motion, it opened my closet door and stood up completely, revealing it was taller than the ceiling itself. It bent its neck in an abnormal way to fit under the ceiling. I should have peed my pants at that moment, but for some reason, I simply wasn't that scared. We stared at each other for a while, which was more strange than frightening. Then I went back to reading my book. It just looked at me with curiosity for a while until my mother decided she wanted to be a